middle school instruction relies upon best practices, but what makes it unique to middle school are two components that are not really in vogue these days and in the national conversation, and that is creativity and imagination. The more that the middle school teacher can use their creativity and imagination to unearth resources, to find a variety of multimodality ways to connect to student interests, that makes all of the difference. And unless you do that, Common Core and so forth isn't enough. If it's going to be best practice for middle school, it relies on being open and resourceful in terms of unearthing resources that will make all of this engaging for the middle schooler. I think it's the idea that they are talking more than the teacher is talking, that they are asking questions more than even the teachers having questions, that they are more the autonomous learner, and also that it's something they go home and are excited to investigate further or even just to talk about. So like for instance, I talk extensively about many units and many resources that I've used. For instance, an example is in the social studies class. I mean, you can talk, for instance, about U.S. history, but the idea is, how do you get kids to talk about it? How do you get the middle schoolers to apply their own critical thinking about it? How do you get them to be interested? Well, one of the examples I gave is something that I actually did, and it's using an episode of Seinfeld and using those video clips in order to get them to see and understand and begin to critically get a sense of things like the JFK assassination and the Watergate scandal. I would say keep your eyes and ears open at all times, because you could find resources when you're least expecting them, but just to expand what you consider your possibilities of where you can find things, and expand your possibilities of what it could be useful, what could be meaningful. You might come upon things that totally surprise you, and they could be the most effective pieces of all. And all your hard work might hinge just on these one or two resources that you've unearthed, sometimes quite accidentally.